Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're in a different location. We are in my office area. That's my living room back there. My puppy's outside just chilling out there, having a grand old time. It's beautiful weather here. So yeah, I just decided that I wanted to show you guys how I plan my life in Notion. Notion is my favorite tool that I have been hooked on, obsessed. It has this type of hold on me. I use it every single day. I love it. So I wanted to show you guys how I plan my life in Notion. I've been seeing these videos all over YouTube, and I kind of been hooked on the product itself in so many ways. So I was just like, why don't I just create my video on how I plan my life in Notion. And all of these different parts of my life within Notion, I have different templates or workspaces for each area. I have a specific Notion account for my work. I have a specific Notion account for my personal life, and then I have specific Notion templates and Notion workspaces just for my business alone. And if you are curious on what my business is, I make luxury candles, homemade luxury candles. This is one. This is one that I've made. And this one's actually coming out for the fall time. If you're interested about it, it's coming soon. If you're interested to know more about my candle business. But yeah, I make luxury candles that are clean, high quality, uses only the cleanest ingredients, made in Texas here, made in the USA. Yeah, get into how I plan my life in Notion. So here we are in my Notion space. Before I go into it, I want to let you guys know that I work in tech. I work as a senior product specialist for a social media company, and I also am extremely creative. I'm a very, very creative person. I love color. I am a visual person as well. I love art, and so what you'll find is that my Notion is extremely visual, colorful, and that just works for me. That is what helps me, because I love to be inspired by, my life. I like to romanticize my life in a way, and yeah, I just love Notion because it helps me do that. So yeah, let's get into my Notion template. So here we have my dashboard. This is kind of a collection of all of the pages that I love and I go to, and so this dashboard is kind of a place I go to for pretty much everything in terms of planning my life. I have multiple different dashboards and categories for planning my life. I have one for planning my business. I have one for planning my content that I film on YouTube and other platforms as well. So I love using a lot of GIFs, a lot of images, a lot of pictures of my life, and so this here is a vision board that I created, and I'm using it as pretty much a cover for my planner dashboard. So yeah, I have all of the links that are really important to me. Like I said, the time, which is always great to know, and the day, and then some music that I love going and listening to, some really cool lo-fi beats to help me concentrate and focus on my day-to-day tasks. And so here I have some important tasks that I kind of just want to keep in the forefront of my brain, and some priorities that I also like to be aware of. Some really important things, like say for example, I need to file my taxes or I need to do a business thing. I'll just put them here, like kind of like red alert, this is something that you need to focus on. So yeah, and then current priorities. So this is more of just kind of wellness priorities, so priorities that I want to keep as well, because a lot of my planner is all about tasks and getting shit done and getting work done. And sometimes for me, I just like to also remind myself that I need to take care of myself. I need to have some me time and, just kind of have some balance. So some of my priorities in that area is just kind of meditating daily, having work-life balance, staying calm and stress-free, always, 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 always. That's a priority for me. And then balancing my hormones naturally, and just getting control of my body. These are all things that are really important to me. I also love reading books and just kind of, love knowing what book I'm reading. So I just finished this book called The Art of Deal by Donald Trump. Pretty good book. So let's go into the link or the page that I pretty much visit daily, multiple times a day. It's pretty much my source of truth for my tasks, which is my planner. When I found Notion, I was just like, this is perfect. Like, it's visual, it has enough space, I can add as much things as I want to. So yeah, so this is my planner. I created this banner and myself, and I love to do that because I like I said, I'm very creative, I'm very artistic in a way, so I just love creating aesthetic images. So with my planner, I'd like to know what's really important for me this week and today. Here, there's like a little question of what would make this week great, and I said getting all of my weekly goals done and taking time for me. I have a business. I also have, my job, which I love, and I just have a lot of stuff going on. I got friends, and so I like to just kind of remember to take time for myself as well, and just kind of keep that in the forefront of my brain. And so here, similar to on the dashboard where you saw like what are my main priorities, what are my main goals for the week, I have that information as well. I have that type of prompt here as well of what is my week's goal. So one of them was to film and edit a video on how I use Notion to plan my life, which is what I'm doing right now. Taking product photos for candles and uploading them to Instagram, Pinterest, and Etsy. So like I said, these candles that I need to take product photos, creating new vision boards and adding more stuff to my goals. So yeah, that's just stuff that is like for me personally, not like work wise, that I feel like it was really important, that is like a goal for me for the week. And then I also like having like today breakdowns as well. So quick tasks, must-dos, projects, and personal. And here is my most important, I would say like this whole planner is really important, but this is the one that I really I come to in the beginning of the day and just like kind of add tasks for what I need to do every hour of the day, because I like to have a schedule even on the weekends. Put that information here, even down to like having dinner or taking a shower or doing whatever. I just like to know what I'm doing so I can like plan out if I want to do like other things, like more stuff for my business or insert anything, because I'm just like a workaholic, so I kind of need like a schedule to kind of like keep me on track. And also I'm one of those people who like get excited about like doing other tasks, so sometimes I get really distracted easily. Like if I'm doing one task and I remember I have to do another task, I'll like run to go do the other thing. So I always have to, this is great because it helps me keep things in the forefront of my brain without forgetting anything. I have a weekly section of just at where I add tasks to, say for example, I am booked and busy on a Monday, I can move stuff to Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever else I can make the time to do it. And then because I'm one of those people that likes knowing that I got a lot of stuff done that week, I like to kind of check mark it and then drag it down to the done section to be like, okay, I accomplished this stuff. So I have a done section here and a backlog of if I have tasks that need to get done but aren't the focus of this week, I'll just add them there as well. And calendar is the calendar I use to plan out all of my videos. This kind of links to my simple content planner, which I have here, because I like to know like what am I doing for the week. So having that calendar will show me, okay, I have to film this video on this week or on this day, so I can add it to my schedule, because I'm like one of those people who really needs to have things planned out. Hence why I have a planner. That is basically my planner in a nutshell. That's how I pretty much plan my whole day, my week, my life essentially. However, there's other things that I have here to inspire me, to keep me on track. So I have a finance page here. I don't really use it as much because I like using apps like Rocket Money to help plan out, my finances. However, with my business, I do something totally different on that front with finance. So yeah, personally, I don't use my finance page as much, but with my business, I have a different type of finance page, which I use. Like, it's more on a quarterly basis. It's very, very organized and like meticulous in its own way. So every other page is more for inspiration for me, more for kind of keeping things in the forefront of my brain, like vision boards and goals. Those things are actually really important to me as well. And it's not just more task oriented, but it keeps me inspired on things to do for my life or business or whatever. So here I have some vision boards, and I love that I created this page because I can time mark or put vision boards for the year or for the quarter, and yeah, these are some of my vision boards that I created earlier in the year, I believe, or I think late last year. And I also use my vision boards as like my phone lock screen as well, to just kind of allow me to just keep them in my brain. This page that I created is called Ideal Routines. So for people who are struggling to like have like a morning routine or a nighttime routine or workout routine, this is great to kind of just write it down. And these are the types of pages that I use. Like, I don't really come to these every day, but they're just great to kind of do a refresh like every quarter and just be like, okay, this is kind of how I want my quarter to go. Super great for that. Having a habit tracker. In the beginning, when I first started using Notion and also started working out, I thought this was super great to kind of track, especially my workouts or meditation, or if I'm getting in my greens or reading. So I mainly used this for tracking my workouts in the beginning because I was doing strength training and walking at the same time. So I was doing workouts. I was doing like 2 to 3 workouts per day. It was kind of crazy. I was working out a lot last year. So, and I still work out now, but I just have a lot more balance to it. So I kind of needed to track like, okay, what am I doing this day, or what type of workouts did I do? Am I playing volleyball? Am I resting? Am I walking twice a day? It was just great to kind of be able to track that. And what's great about these different table views is you can change them. So if I want to see this in a board view or a calendar view, also pretty great as well. You can change how it's grouped by. So self-care is super important to me. It's really important, especially with this day and age if people are just working a lot. It's so important to just take care of yourself and take time for yourself. So I always like to remind myself of different things I can do to have self-care in different areas of my life. So if it's my mind, my body, my spirit, my soul, just being out in the world, being out in the environment. So, reminders of things I can do. Like, say for example, I'm just like, I really want to do something for myself, but I just don't know like what to do. Like, I'm just kind of all out of ideas. I love to like write them down and be like, okay, here's what I can do to, take care of my body or my mind. And I actually got this idea from when I was in therapy. I used to do DBT, and the book had like a bunch of different ideas of how you can practice different skills. So I definitely used that to kind of help influence I used that to help me influence the different ideas I can do to, practice self-care or to practice whatever. There is my affirmations page. I love affirmations. I think for me, they have helped me a ton, and I do them every single day. I do it as part of like my gratitude practice. What you feed your mind, whether subconsciously or unconsciously, gets embedded into your brain, and you act in accordance to how what you feed your mind, like how you think. You can get influence in whatever way. So it's important to kind of, program yourself in a way that will be beneficial to you. So that's how I see affirmations. So I do different affirmations for different parts of my life, like my mind, my body, my spirit, my soul, my relationships, my friends, my family, things like that. This page is about the books section, basically books I've read, my goals for the books I want to read. And a lot of these templates I've kind of found other creators on YouTube. I've kind of found templates in Notion's template gallery and just kind of made it my own. They kind of fit my lifestyle. This page is all about the books that I've read or want to read, all of my book goals. So I have books I've read counter, which is super cool, very satisfying, especially once you reach your goals for the year of how many books you want to read. And then you can write reviews on the books you've read, and then having a book backlist as well. It's a way to kind of categorize like things you've done, or books you've read and what you thought about it, if you'd read it again, if you'd refer it to someone or recommend it to someone else. So the chores page is very useful, especially if you live with someone and you want to split up, like who's doing what chores or when do we need to do it. Little roommate here, he does no chores except being like a little vacuum. He kind of makes a mess, but he does a little bit of chores in terms of being a vacuum in the kitchen. And anytime he sees any little piece of food on the floor, if you want to like do some spring cleaning or clean the whole house every week, you can kind of make note of that as well. My favorite pages is called Goals at a Glance. I created this one because I very much a goal-oriented person, but I always kind of write things in a form of like tasks of what I need to get done. Sometimes I'm more focused on what I need to do now versus like big picture, like what I want to get achieved in like the next year or whatever. So having a goals page kind of puts that in the forefront of my brain to let me know, okay, I really want to achieve some specific goals, so I want to write them down like in a table form, which I actually like using as well because I'm very meticulous in a way. I like to use a lot of the skills I have, things I do with my work in my personal life. So that is how I plan my life in Notion. I hope you guys stuck around to hear all about it. I did want to let you know that I do have a template of this whole page. I sell it on Etsy. I will leave the link down below. I wanted to give you guys a free template of the planner, just the planner, not the whole dashboard, just the planner, because I feel like this one has had the most impact in my life in terms of me being more organized and being able to just dump my brain out onto a page. So I will definitely be giving this one out for free. Here you can find, I will link the template where you can duplicate this and you can have it for free. So that will be for you. If you do like it and you feel like you want to purchase the whole dashboard, the link will be down below as well for you to purchase. So yeah, that's how I plan my life in Notion. Busy life, like I run my business, I have my work, and I plan them in different areas like I mentioned before. So Notion just kind of helps me do that seamlessly and easily in one place, and I love it because I get to be super creative as well in how I organize my life. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know how you plan your life in Notion. Let me know how you use Notion. I'm so intrigued to see what things you do with Notion. Let me know down below. And let me know what you think about the actual planner if you do try it out for free. Good day, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you on my next one.